to the best morning show on the globe. It's Bradham and Emery in the morning, y'all. LeBron or Jordan, either one when I'm performing. Crossover, buzzer beater, and I'm scoring. Bradham and Emery in the morning. Every play they on it. Every day I'm balling. Who's the coach? Who's the GOAT? Like Brady and Belichick, best show on the globe. And they embellish it. Y'all pin Ziffy, I'm Ken Griffey, or maybe Mahomes. I stay in the zone, whether man to man or play in the zone. They can't stop me. Mayweather boxing, Curry with the shot, man. We just the best to be. Can we have our SP, please? This was meant to be. Every morning with Bradham and Emery.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes. Bradham in the morning. Marques, Justin, Emery.
Just gotta breathe, because I wanna scream, but my window's open and I think my neighbor's still asleep.
Well, let's set the scene.
Let's go.
Let's set the scene. Who would have thought that the disappointment on Father's Day 2021, watching your 6'10" point guard pass up a dunk, would lead us here to this day, and that we would be sitting here Friday morning, February 11th, sitting here with the beard.
Bang, 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 bang.
That's right. James Edward Harden Jr. is a Philadelphia 76er. And listen, I hate to be petty, but you know what? You got to stay petty so you don't have to get petty. So let me tell you something right now. Anybody out there that did not support the process, you have no right to cheer today. You got no right. You got no right to cheer today. I'm going to say it again. Anybody that did not support the process, you have no right to cheer today. Because how do you think we got here? Why are we here right now?
Can I call them out by name?
You have names?
Howard Eskin, noted process hater. In fact, just last week, he said if it was up to him, he would move Embiid for the King's ransom of assets.
I saw that. Ridiculous.
Anyone at the major radio stations, essentially, for the most part, pretty much anybody over the age of 50 years old.
This is had to happen.
Have I lied yet? Have I lied yet?
No. I've said it plenty of times. This had to happen. This need to happen. And this is what you get out of that. Even though things did not work out with Ben Simmons got you a transitional superstar, a generational talent. Ben Simmons got you one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA. And I'm so excited because now you are in a position now to make some major noise in the Eastern Conference and in the NBA as far as the finals go. You're now in the conversation.
Yeah.
The way I see it now, there are three teams. It's Miami, Milwaukee, Philly. Those are the three teams right now that are head and shoulders above the East. And I just want to take a moment and just be excited about where we are right now with Sixers basketball. I don't want to take this for granted because this is, even though there's been lots of disappointment along the way, you know, Game 7 in Toronto, Game 7 against Atlanta, the Boston series before that, getting destroyed in the bubble. This is the greatest run of Sixers basketball that me personally in my life I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how bad it was around here for such a long period of time. I know those days. I remember the 90s. I remember the Willie Burtons, the Dana Barroses. I remember the Matt Harprings, the Kenny Thomases, the Thaddeus Youngs.
Oh, Thaddeus Young.
I remember all those days.
Oh, shout out to Thaddeus Young. Didn't he just get traded yesterday?
Yeah, it was rumors he might come here.
Oh, well, I'm glad that didn't.
I remember all those. I remember the false messiahs and the Andrew Bynums. Remember all that. But we don't know Andrew Bynum. We owe him a huge thank you because Andrew Bynum and his knee is how he got to this line of thinking in the first place. And what I always say to people when they didn't go on the process, like, I just wonder do people have the same energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder right now? Do you have the same energy for the Thunder? Did you have the same energy for the 07 Celtics? Probably not. The only difference what the Sixers are doing now, what they did to get to this point, the only difference is they were honest about it. And they told you what they were doing. That's the part that the NBA didn't like. I know Adam Silver right now is pounding the table, red-faced, upset over the fact that a superstar wanted to come to Philadelphia. Think about that. James Harden wanted to come here. He wanted to play with our guy, Joel Embiid.
Adam Silver looks like a vampire from a 1950s black and white movie.
He needs some facial hair on him. It's too much clean shavenness for him. He's lanky. I don't like it. I don't like the
weird looking guy
anywhere.
Yeah, he looks like he's a weird looking guy.
There's nothing wrong with being clean shaven, but like for him, it doesn't look good on him.
No,
because he's bald. He has no facial hair. You got to have hair somewhere. There needs to be a hair contrast. The hair needs to be somewhere. If it's not on top of your head, it's got to be on your face. You can't be doing both of the no hair. It's not good. It's weird looking. I don't like it. But anyway,
he looks like the guy on the Botox commercials.
The Botox commercials?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen these commercials.
Oh man, we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
The Botox commercials.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen these commercials.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. How I was watching I had something on in the background, and you know how like you hear the same commercials over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, of course.
So when you hear a commercial that you don't typically hear, it catches your attention. And we were talking about how I had just seen I just heard the Botox commercial.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about this before, but
right. We talked about a lot of things.
Yeah, right. Don't worry about it. But anyway, he looks like the guy on the commercial.
Let's keep the celebration going because on the line right now we have with us from National Lacrosse League, ESPN sideline reporter, ABC.com postgame show, Eagles postgame show. Devin Caney joins us. Devin.
Guys, okay, before we jump to another subject, I have to weigh in here on what Adam Silver looks like because I have so many thoughts.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, I never like to judge people or say stuff about their looks, but he is a dude who could you have a commissioner who looks more like an evil commissioner than Adam Silver?
No.
But I want to say, Justin, I know you've been watching Game of Thrones, and I don't remember what season it's in. I think it's in
just finished season 5.
Okay, we're going to dive into what happened in season 5, but I forget what season. It's when Daenerys gets locked in the tower and one of the guys, it's by all the magic guys, and one of them is bald.
Oh, he does look like that.
Right? Does he not look exactly like that guy?
He does. I
forget the guy's name at this point, but he's a pretty big, he's the main bad guy, I think, in that season, at least to her and her storyline.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up right now.
Listen, Devin, some people are born attractive, some people are not. Guess what Adam Silver's in?
Well, okay, so it's not even that. It's
it's 13. It's 13.
Yes, yeah.
His name's 13?
No, it's a group of
I think it's some people are born attractive, Marcus, and some people are just born kind of terrifying looking.
Facts.
There's a difference between being unattractive.
If you put some hair somewhere, the no facial hair and the bald head, it's a lot to process.
It's a lot to process, and the no emotion.
Yeah, he's he really is like a robot.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I still sometimes I think I would take Adam Silver over Roger Goodell just in terms of commissioner vibes.
I would agree with that. I think Adam Silver has a way easier job than Roger Goodell.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
here he is.
You got him?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it properly, but Piot Pri.
I think that's right.
Is it? Yeah, no, I'm looking at a picture of him right now. That's Silver. Oh, that's Adam Silver.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll get the screen share going.
Yeah, please show.
All right, yeah, give me a second. Let me pull this up.
I'm excited to see this here.
It's gonna. I mean, if you
It's
have,
killing me.
if children are watching, they should probably turn away.
What's that?
If children are watching, they should probably turn away.
Well, I hope children are in school right now.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. School.
School time. All the kids at school.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
And we wait.
We need a SpongeBob time card, like 12 hours later.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, especially the one on the right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Adam Silver's creepy brother.
Yep.
It's brother Silver.
If Adam Silver hasn't been this guy for Halloween at least once, like I'll be disappointed.
This is him every day.
Easy win.
Oh,
All you gotta do is put this guy in a nice suit, and you got Adam Silver.
Yep.
Oh, Piapri. I'm gonna start calling him Piapri. Piapri Silver.
yeah, no, that's definitely.
All right. Anyway, this is off to a really weird start. Not how I anticipated this going first. So let's get focused.
Sorry.
Oh, it's cool. So James Edward Harden Jr. is a Philadelphia 76ers, Devin Caney.
Mm-hmm. And you broke the news to me, Marcus.
Big news brought him.
Yeah, seriously. It was so funny because like you and I had been talking on the phone, I think, and then literally 5 minutes later, I put my phone down and check it, and I have a text from you that's like LFG. I have a text from my mom that's like a Waj tweet. I have a text from someone else saying like Sixers just ruined their whole season. I'm like, wow, the takes flowing in. Something happened. And my heart stopped because I was scared. I was like, oh no. If they ruin the season, does that mean that like they lost Maxey or Matisse? I was legitimately so nervous, but yeah, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, so take us through. How do you feel?
I like it. I can't believe that James Harden is a Sixer. I'm a little bit sad about losing Seth Curry mainly. A backup Andre Drummond. Like I mean, yeah, I don't think it's like I'm sick of all the trades. I'm sorry. I'm trying to formulate my words because I'm already frustrated and sick of the like, oh, the Sixers lost the trade and Ben Simmons is a good player. Like how everyone just all of a sudden switches this narrative on a guy who literally refused to play this season. To say that the Sixers got robbed in this trade somehow is like kind of aggravating to me, but I'm trying to focus on the positive, and that is that James Harden is a Sixer, and I hope he can come in and work well with Joel Embiid and fit well in the team chemistry. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
It's hilarious to me because I watched a lot of national television yesterday, and it's just so funny to watch these guys now all of a sudden pretend like
Right.
Ben Simmons is like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Like, oh, Brooklyn's so much better now. You can imagine what he's going to do pushing the pace. Yeah, he did that here too, but did you all not have cable in the second round of playoffs? Because I watched an implosion on national television.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys were watching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all these things are true, and yes, he is because they're not a great defensive team, so he is a significant defensive upgrade. The idea of him operating out of the post, yeah, him being pushed down to being a forward, yeah, of course. But what happens when he has to go to the foul line in a playoff series? Because that's going to happen. Hack-a-Ben is not going to go away. If he didn't improve his free throw shooting, it doesn't matter. That's really the main thing with him. I've always said about him, I don't care about shooting threes. He needs to be better at the line. If he's better at the line, it makes him a better basketball player because he's not afraid to be aggressive, which he was because he can't make his free throws. So if you can't do that, I don't care what the lineup looks like or what you have. It's going to be the same result.
I mean, and even if he does improve on that stuff, and the thing is, like, we don't know. Like, yeah, we know we've seen those few photos of him in the gym. I'm sure he's been working out. But we also haven't seen Ben Simmons play in the NBA since Game 7 against the Hawks when he had the worst play of his life that supposedly ruined him. And, you know, his mental health was struggling, even though now he's apparently all set and ready to go for the Nets. So that was a quick bounce back there. But
right.
Yeah, it's just really frustrating to see, especially the national narrative of like, oh, let's flip a switch. And now the Sixers got robbed. Like, can we for once give credit to the Sixers? And I get it. Like, I think that I don't think we gave up too much for Harden at all. But I also like, yeah, Ben Simmons has a chance to improve. But even if that's the case, like the Sixers have James Harden. I just don't think it's a comparable trade at all. Like, I think the Sixers absolutely won the trade.
It's not. Like, it's not. You don't like at the end of the day, like The upgrade is that you have a guy that's going to play and a guy that's not going to play. So that upgrades you automatically. And then you're taking a guy that, like, you look at the Phoenix game the other night, right? Like that game first. Well, I mean, it shouldn't have been that close. Sixers should have taken care of business earlier, but in those crunch possessions, you asked Joel Embiid to do way too much. Like, I don't like my 7-2 center being my creator in those moments. Well, now, and then also too, like I think Maxey is not a true point guard. Maxey is more of a 2, maybe a hybrid. He can bring the ball up, but him as a point guard, I don't really like that. You saw what he did where he was basically running away from the ball because he's trying to get in position to score, and they're counting on their 7-2 center to bring the ball up in those moments. And what happens? He turned the ball over, made an errant pass to Curry. And those moments, James Harden's coming to get the ball and setting up everything. And James Harden last year, let's not forget, before the hamstring, people were talking about him possibly being the best player in the NBA. He's playing that well. And he transitioned flawlessly to being a point guard, which he's going to be more here is a point guard. So I love this for the Sixers. I'm so happy that they didn't have to give up Thibault or Maxey to get this done. That's more what I was worried about because those guys, to me, are the cornerstones of your future. And going forward with Embiid, when Embiid starts to get out of his prime, you're going to have those guys, especially Maxey, to fall back on to be the guy that can still keep you in that championship push. So this is a win-win for everybody, I feel. I'm also excited to see, like, because now it's like, Ben Simmons talked to the phone to Sean Marks. Ben Simmons talked to Kevin Durant. Yeah. When Ben Simmons refused to shoot in the playoffs, I want to see Kevin Durant's energy then. When he said,
you saw yesterday on the All-Star draft how he felt about it.
Yes.
When they asked him and he just sat there, that told you everything he wanted. But he's tired of babysitting Kyrie, and now he has to babysit Ben Simmons too.
By the way, Barkley talking about Harden was savage. That was so funny. So Barkley, they're doing the All-Star draft, and first of all, so petty of Kevin Durant not to pick James Harden and pick Rudy Gobert over him, which was hilarious. Then they get down to James Harden, and LeBron goes, "Well, James hasn't played yet. I don't think he's played." And Barkley goes, he got traded. He's healthy now." And they all start just cracking up laughing.
Barkley, but same could be said for Ben Simmons. Like, I'm very curious to see when Ben Simmons actually starts playing. I know everyone's talking about that March 10th game against Philly, but I guarantee you he's going to find a way to not play in that game.
And that's what I was going to bring up is, does he play March 10th? I guess you kind of gave me your answer.
He's scheduled to be sick that day. Like, I just don't see a way in which Ben Simmons plays in that game in Philadelphia. And that's the other thing. Like, he was traded to a division rival. He's going to have to play at the Wells Fargo Center again eventually. Well, and it's going to be great.
Right. Think about this, though, is that, so say he doesn't play March 10th. These two teams are on a collision course to play in the playoffs. So what are you going to, like, if I was him, I would rather get that first, because it's never going to be as loud as the first game.
Right. Oh, I don't know.
Going to be as loud as the first game.
Playoff series.
They're going to they're going to give it to him because they know. And the thing is, too, we know he's weak sauce. We know his mental makeup. Yeah. So because of that, we're going to know exactly how to get to him. Exactly.
I'm trying to think of it. Is there another pro athlete who left Philly on bad terms, who always whether it's NBA or NFL or whatnot, who always got boozed no matter what, first game back, second game back?
T.O. got booed pretty bad when he came back against with Dallas the first time. After that, they kind of left him alone for the most part. Not to this level. This is nuclear.
This is, I think first game will probably be loudest, but I don't think that I think that will continue on.
Oh, you're right.
You also got to combine it with the fact that he's easily the most hated athlete.
Yes.
I guess the only thing you really can compare this to is LeBron going back to Cleveland for the first time. And you also saw with them, they were still hard on when he came back the next, but it never was as bad as the first time. You just can't muster up that amount of hate repeatedly. Now, he comes in the playoffs, again, like I said, we know the blueprint of how to get to him. It's going to be, when he goes to the line, it's going to be a mess. Then you're going to have the Kendall chance. You're going to have the Simmons sucks. You're going to have all of the recipes. It's going to be bad down there for him. Bad. Like, you were scared to come in here and play for us, and you chose to play against us and come to Wells Fargo Center, it's going to be all bad for you, bro.
I highly suggest Maya Jama not come to any of those games. Don't
No,
watch the games on TV.
no, I don't want her there. That like she needs, and if he's smart, he'll probably just babe, just stay home tonight. come to the home games. I don't.
Okay, here's my question though. I'm going to the Sixers game tonight. Do we think James Harden is going to be in the building?
Devin, you're doing my job for me. I love it.
Yeah.
This is a question on the list.
It's what? Wait, you both talked at the same time, and I got none of it.
You're basically doing my job for me. I love it. I was gonna have to throw that question out there.
I don't know. I mean, I doubt he's gonna play, right? But like maybe he'll be the bell ringer.
He's definitely not going to play tonight. But I would be very surprised if he's not in the building.
Yeah,
Because he didn't travel with the team to DC, so he was in Brooklyn. And even if he did travel with the team, they're only in DC. So
No, he's definitely there. He was going to work out over the weekend.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he's not in the building tonight. But
I'll be on Harden watch.
He might ring the bell.
I know. That's what I'm hoping. Like I feel like the place will be nuts if he rings the bell, and I'm really excited to see it.
Playing against OKC tonight?
OKC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have that man ring the bell.
When do you guys think he suits up? When does he play?
Let me get this schedule up.
Well, I don't know the severity. Like, is he actually injured? Like, seriously, or
No, he's fine.
He's not hurt at all. But listen, I was gonna bring this up later, but
He's injured just like I'm injured.
I can't blame him for wanting to get out of that dumpster fire. Like Brooklyn is an absolute mess right now.
Yeah.
You got Durant who's hurt, who in all likelihood probably won't be back, for till after the All-Star break. Then you have Kyrie in his part-time schedule, treating the NBA like a job target. And then, they really don't have, after that, they would the rest of the team is so depleted because that big three took up so much of the salary. They really don't have much of anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand his frustration. He came there looking to win a title, and you have no shot of winning a title. I mean, they've lost 9 in a row now, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
9 in a row, somewhere in that ballpark. And
9, yeah.
No NBA team has won a championship after losing as many in a row. They're down to like a 6 seed at this point.
10. I'm sorry, they've lost 10 in a row after losing last night.
10 in a row. So now they're down to like a 6-7 seed. They're in a play-in tournament right now. They're going to have to do everything in their power to get back up in those top 5 seeds, which is going to be really hard now to do that.
They're the 8th seed.
8th seed. Yeah. So this is just, I understand him being like, you know what? This is not what I signed up for. This isn't it. I came here trying to win, and you guys have no desire to do that. I'm out.
So I don't know if he's going to play Cleveland tomorrow. But after that, they don't play again until Tuesday at home against the Celtics. So I think he's definitely going to play in that Celtics game. I don't think he's going to play tomorrow. And he's definitely won't play tonight.
I think the Celtics game is where it happens. Yeah. I agree with you. That gives them time to get acclimated, get a couple practices in.
Because then after that, they go to Milwaukee.
Because he hasn't played in over a week.
Yeah.
He hasn't played since Sacramento, like the beginning of last week. Mm-hmm. So even him, if the hamstring's not a big deal, he needs to get ramped back up again before he's out there. So I'll give him a chance to get a couple practice in. Tuesday Celtics, I think, is Harden day.
Yeah.
I saw an interesting tweet that was like, when was the last time you remember a superstar of a league like James Harden, like demanding a trade to Philadelphia, like in any sport? And I'm honestly not sure. Like, I don't know, like a true superstar caliber athlete. And I just think it's exciting because it speaks to like the talent that he, I assume, sees on the Sixers.
1,000%. 1,000%. And yeah, why at this point, why would you not want to come here? You got an MVP in Embiid, got the young pieces around him. The bench is good. I still would like to add someone. Goran Dragic will probably be part of the buyout market. I'd like to get a hold of him as a backup point guard. That'd be nice. Maybe a backup for Embiid now.
Right, that's what I'm concerned about. I feel like we need a backup for Embiid.
I agree. I don't really trust Charles Bassey. So like you need to find something. But other than that, I mean, right now we're just kind of nitpicking a little bit. Yeah. But
you can fill those problems out on the buyout market.
Exactly.
Seventh quarter that can rebound. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's
And to answer your question, Devin, it would probably be TL.
Yeah, true.
so
But
let's
then
here's well since we brought up TO. I mean everything is James Harden up right now, but the Super Bowl is happening in 48 hours.
Yeah.
it is.
And we got a pretty obviously a big game. Rams Bengals. Where you leaning?
Mhm.
Where you leaning, Devin?
I want the Bengals to win. I like Joe Burrow and Justin. Stop shaking your head at me. I like so I guess I'm rooting for Matthew Stafford. Like I do think he deserves to win. But as a team and a city, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think the Rams are probably gonna win though, but I'll be rooting for the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Bengals. I think the Bengals are gonna win the game because
Really?
they just don't go away. They're relentless. And the Rams they're hard. They're so talented. And this should be a Rams. They should walk away with this. They should run away with this game, really. But they just always seem to keep teams around. And you don't want to do that with the Bengals. You just don't. They're a team that will not, they're relentless. They get down 21, 28-3, they're not scared. And the Rams can't seem to put teams away. Look what happened in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, that game was dead and buried. Tampa Bay comes back, ties the game up. The Niners were able to hang around. The Niners almost won that game also. Stafford seems to be the guy to make the really big mistake where Burrow, so as of right now, so far, does not do that. So I don't trust the Rams in this type of spot. I trust my Tiger King.
I love that nickname.
Joe Exotic.
Tiger King. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's honestly the type of game. I'm just happy that it's not, a team that we've seen in too recently, especially with the Bengals. Like, I just would have been pissed again if it was like Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes and the same old characters. So I like the matchup. I don't know. Yeah, the Bengals are just, I always find myself rooting for the team that I feel is most similar to the Eagles, which I think is why I became Bills Mafia once the Eagles were out. And that team is the Bengals. So I got to go with Bengals.
So let's get
Tiger King.
meat and potatoes while we're really here. That's the halftime show. Okay. So here's the deal. I've been thinking about the past, 30, almost 30 years of halftime shows, the top halftime shows. So obviously you have Michael, you got Bruno Mars, Beyonce, insert a couple in there. My question to you guys is this. When it's all said and done, and this halftime show is over on Sunday because it has high expectations. So when it's all said and done, will this halftime show crack the top 5?
I have inside information, and I can tell you yes.
What inside information?
The other day, I got the playlist for what it's going to be.
Oh my god!
I don't want to.
Marcus won't let me say what it is.
I don't want to know.
No, but
I'm like Joe 98. I don't want to know.
But if you want to know, just text me and I'll send you the playlist.
Okay.
I saw it and I didn't believe it, except that it has the official everything at the letterhead for it. So I was like, oh, okay, this is the playlist.
I decided that I don't want to hear anything from Eminem that he was not on drugs for.
What? How do you know? I don't know what he was and what he wasn't. Like, what wasn't he?
1999 to 2004 Eminem. I want all drug Eminem, like the way I am. I want nothing past the Eminem show.
Okay. You know what's funny? I was working out like literally yesterday, and sometimes I get bored of music, so I like go in and listen to old playlists that I made. And I'm like sitting there in the gym, and I'm like, this playlist, I like accidentally made a playlist years ago for this year's Super Bowl halftime show. It was like Kendrick Lamar. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I think it was my Eagles Super Bowl playlist. Like it has Dreams and Nightmares. It has a bunch of Meek, and then it has like Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop. I'm like, am I psychic? Was I just like actually preparing for this year's halftime show?
I'm a little stressed out because like I said, this halftime show has a lot to live. This is maybe the most anticipated halftime show of all time. Like this has been like everyone is
For
so
our
excited.
age group, though, I feel like for like
Yeah.
older, I saw a meme that was like these flip flops that I don't know if you guys know, like girls used to wear back in the 90s. And it's like, if you can hear this photo, the Super Bowl halftime show is for you.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
that's true.
I feel
Well,
like
yeah,
Gen Z will watch it and like it won't register with them.
It was another meme that was like, you want to see who your parents really are? Watch the halftime show on Sunday. Because I know one thing, the surround sound's gonna be up. I will have my Chuck Taylors on, my flannel will be on, and I'll be crip walking from the couch to the crock pot.
Marcus, just so you know, I'm looking at the playlist right now.
Mm-hmm.
You almost get your wish.
What wish?
Good.
You almost get your wish.
That makes me very happy.
What's
I
the
want
wish?
I want Marshall Bruce Mathers III, strictly Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem show. That's most of what I want to see.
You almost get your wish.
Blonde.
What's that?
Shave the beard, go to blonde.
Yeah, you almost get your wish.
What about new Kendrick? We getting anything new?
Let me see if because there was a rumor that he was going to release something today. So let me go. real quick to
Yeah, it's Friday. I always forget
Friday,
that.
Music Friday. Let me go to the music app real quick and see if anything's happened. Kendrick. Ooh, new Kanye West.
I was literally just gonna say.
Alicia Keys. Okay.
I don't see any new Kendrick.
No,
All right.
I don't. There's nothing.
No Kendrick.
Admittedly, I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan, so I wouldn't be able to tell his catalog new from old. But
Snoop released his album today.
What's that?
Snoop released his album today.
Oh.
I thought he had a song on here. It was supposed to be on did a song with Eminem. I don't see it though.
Yeah, no, I don't. Everything on here is going to be, like an A+ hit after hit after hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's going to be. To answer your question, not only is this going to be top for me, this is probably going to be number one personally.
Oh, Mary J. Blige released an album too today.
Oh, damn.
There's got a lot. It's a lot to unpack this morning. Yeah, so no Kendrick. I mean, he's always just a person everyone's waiting for to do something. And he never does it, but whatever. Anyway, I'm excited for it. A little nervous. I feel better now. You told me I'm getting drug Eminem. That makes me happy. Hopefully, it's blonde and khakis, but we'll see. So, Devin, you got a final score for me?
Ooh, a complete guess. Let's go with 33-27 Rams.
Okay. All right, 33-27 Rams. Rams by 6. Will it be a late Stafford drive? A career-defining Stafford drive to cement the Super Bowl? Guess we'll find out. Devin, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you in the future.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya. Yeah, I hope this thing lives up to the billing. I mean, I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little nervous about it, but I hope it lives up to the billing of that because people are really excited for this, and like, you know, listen, like we always say, don't embarrass us in front of the host.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the show is right. Make sure we're good.
I mean, it's Snoop, it's Dre. I'm confident that the playlist is all songs that are would normally be in my music rotation anyway. So,
right. Oh, so listen. So to wrap up the Harden stuff real quick, I'm gonna go to break and then we'll get into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you on the other side why I'm coming on. I'm coming in with sunglasses on, regardless of what happens on Monday, and you're gonna like it. Trust me, you're gonna like it.
Okay. So I'm very curious to see, because we talked about this before, and I kind of want to take back something I said on Wednesday, where I do think they could do some dribble handoff action with James Harden. That can work, and it's even a scarier proposition because Embiid was running dribble handoffs with guys that don't really have the best of handles. Like I wouldn't say Seth Curry is defined by his handle and his ability to get to the rim. With James Harden, if you use that action with him, you have to worry. He's a dual threat because you have to worry about him just pulling that jump shot, but you also have to worry about him getting by you and getting in the basket. So that makes that more effective. Now, one thing too I think is important to note is while I never thought that I didn't think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid were a perfect match, but I think they could have coexisted together. But this is a much better fit for Joel Embiid because pace-wise, they both play similar paces. Like James Harden is very deliberate with his pace. And James Harden is a smooth, deliberate pace guy. So is Joel Embiid. That's how Joel Embiid thrives in the half court. See, the problem with Ben Simmons always was, and probably will be for his whole career, is he is useless to you in half court offense. He is most effective the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. After that, not effective at all because he can't do anything really in the half court. And what is playoff basketball? Playoff basketball is primarily half court because the defense is better. Defenses are better. You're not getting out and just running. It's not just an open court situation because guys they're clamping down on you defensively. They're getting back on defense. So you can't just get up the floor and run. That's what Ben Simmons likes to do. That's why he's not as effective in the playoffs, primarily because of that.
I saw somebody tweet yesterday that the Nets got significantly better because Ben Simmons thrives in the half-court offense. And the only thing that I thought about was that it's that thing that was going around. Show me you don't know basketball without, or tell me you don't know basketball without telling me you don't know basketball. Whatever that thing was.
Oh, yeah,
that tweet says it all right there.
The only that guy is obviously not thriving in his basketball knowledge because that's absurd to think that
he was some radio host in New York.
Now, what Ben Simmons will do for them is he will get them some easy baskets because Kyrie. The thing about Kyrie, especially off of a rebound, Kyrie would like to run the floor and get out on a wing and either get a shot or get to the rim. Durant also, but Kyrie usually needs to push the ball up the floor, so he won't have to do that now. And he could worry about when Ben gets those rebounds, Ben pushing the ball to the floor, which will help them out, no question. But again,
only on road games.
Right. But again, in the playoffs, like I said, the game changes. The game slows down. The game slows down a lot. So playoffs are built for guys like James Harden and Joel Embiid. It's not built for guys like Ben Simmons, constructed the way he is right now. So I'm excited to see how it's going to work. I'm excited to see what Doc Rivers is going to, what kind of sets he's going to run with these guys. That's always the fun part when you do acquire talent like this, to see how it all fits together. I love the idea that Maxi's now going to be off the ball and not have the pressure to distribute. And I love him. I love him off the ball. I think that's more his natural fit, is being a shooting guard over a point guard, maybe a hybrid, like I said, but I think he leans way more toward a shooting guard than a point guard. So I'm going to love the fact of having him be able to, run the floor and do his thing and take guys in isolation situations, all that stuff. But yeah, it's going to be really cool to see. That's why I think you're right. Obviously, you won't see Harden tonight. I don't think we're going to see him tomorrow. I think Tuesday makes sense to get a practice in, figure out some stuff with him and Embiid. Just a couple of things. You're not going to get all the sets right now. But I would imagine during the All-Star break, that's when you're going to have the best time to put some stuff in. These guys are probably going to have to come in a little earlier than they probably wanted to, because now this is basically a new team. So you're going to have to figure that stuff out, and you need to figure it out quickly because, again, the playoffs are rapidly approaching. After the All-Star break, it's the downhill sprint to the playoffs.
Well, Harden and Embiid are going to the All-Star game together, so they can work on whatever they got to while they're there.
I wonder how awkward that's going to be with Durant. He was not, like you said, he was not happy last night at all about anything taking place.
No, you could tell all of his thoughts about everything by his demeanor. He didn't need to say anything.
We talked about this briefly.
Also, is there a more miserable looking person than Kevin Durant while he's on camera?
No, he looks very unhappy to be there. But yeah,
we talk about odd superstars. Is there a more, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the right word is.
He's odd. He's definitely a little odd.
Yeah, I don't want to say the word sensitive.
Listen, Kevin Durant marches to the beat of his own drum. He's a different type of cat. He really,
you know what I mean? He just You are a surefire, bona fide, first ballot Pantheon, top level Hall of Fame basketball player. Why are you a weirdo?
I think the thing that separates him too is that like if you say something to him on Twitter, he's probably going to respond to you.
Yes.
Which is a guy like of his stature, you're not used to that. But he's probably going to say something and respond to it. Which is different. But yeah, we was talking about this on Wednesday with regard to I lost my train of thought. It doesn't matter. We're gonna move on. We're gonna take a break. And when we come back, we'll get into the Super Bowl and talk Super Bowl conversation.
And we got a nice little debate about some defensive players coming up as well.
Yes. Bradman in the morning, Marques and Justin. We'll be right back.
Looking for authentic Mexican food close to home? Great news. District Taco is just around the corner in Abington, Pennsylvania, and they'd love to fiesta with you. Offering delicious fish tacos, a California burrito stuffed with guac, steak, fries, and chipotle mayo, plus sweet, crispy churros. District Taco has it all. Try out the newest location and come back for more. Get 10% off your first in-app order with promo code BREMI10. Always fresh, always Mexican, District Taco.
Relationships can be tough, and finding that special someone can be even tougher. So when it's time to make a decision on what to do with the ring, you don't want to have that be tough too, right? Hi, I'm Marcus Brown. I want to talk to you guys, my friends at Vans Jewelers, located at 13 South York Road in the heart of Hatboro. Back in 2017, when I decided to get engaged, there was only one choice for me. Going into Vans Jewelers, I was quite nervous, but they put me at ease right away with their friendly staff and their easy selection. They have selections for any budget. Rings, watches, chains, earrings, you name it, they got it. They also offer free ultrasonic cleaning and stone checks on any ring. Vans Jewelers also provides cleanings while you wait every Tuesday through Friday. What else do you want? You can't beat it. Go see my friends at Vans Jewelers, located again at the heart of Hatboro, 13 South York Road.
Justin here. Let me tell you about my friends over at Beef Jerky Outlet. A family-owned business, Sharon and Michael have the best jerky around. They have a huge selection to choose from, but always make sure to try my personal favorite, the Honey Barbecue Turkey Jerky. Don't think they only have jerky for sale. They also have the best supply of sauces, marinades, and rubs for all of your new recipes. Located at 110 Lincoln Highway, right by Oxford Valley Mall. Head on over there, go in and say, yo, Justin sent me.
Every Friday, we're bringing you bits. But it's especially hilarious to me knowing what I've seen happen in McDonald's locations over the years. Hell, what I've done in McDonald's locations over the years.
Hits. Always winterize your pipes. I think that is such a funny...
And everything in between.
See,
it's the opposite. You don't see it, and he was totally about eating that baby. We are Twitty and the Brand. We're going to ruin something that you love. New episodes weekly on all your favorite podcast streamers.
Yeah, man, welcome back. Bradman in the morning, Marques Brown, Justin Emery.
Yo. Today, February 11th, we got a couple of facts. First up, 1990, Nelson Mandela is released from prison. 2020. You know what happened in 2020 on this day, Marcus?
It's February 11th?
Yes.
I don't.
They officially give the name COVID-19.
Okay.
2012, RIP, Whitney Houston passes away at age 48. And that's it for the facts. We got actually a lot of happy birthdays today. Had to weed through this one a little bit. Happy birthday to the late Burt Reynolds. Yeah. Thomas Edison.
Wow.
Yeah. Both Brandy and Kelly Rowland.
Okay.
Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park.
Yeah, Mike Shinoda. It's going down.
Sheryl Crow.
Wow. That's a who's who.
And then Damian Lewis, better known as Bobby Axelrod from Billions. And then now you and I had told you that there was a pantheon of a celebrity crush. Her birthday's today. I did not name her yet. She's the last one. You want to take a guess at who it is?
Selma Hayek.
No.
Jennifer Lopez.
No.
I don't know.
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, I was gonna be my next guest.
Should have kept guessing.
Oh, that was literally my next guess.
Well, yeah. So happy birthday to all of those
Jennifer Aniston.
people. What was that?
I was never really into Jennifer Aniston. I acknowledge she's pretty, but I was never really into her.
I was.
You were into the bra thing?
What's that?
Wore a bra. On Friends. Never wore a bra.
Never saw Friends.
You missed out.
Eh.
All right. So Sunday,
Yes.
Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
goes down.
It's going down for real.
SoFi Stadium, Bengals, Rams. What are you thinking?
So I really do believe the Rams are going to win. Not just saying that because everybody knows I'm holding a Rams futures ticket. Because I'm actually getting a dub either way you look at it, Marcus.
Okay.
I threw money down on Bengals money line. Bengals win the money line. I hedged my bet. I get Rams win. I win my futures bet.
You're good to go.
I'm good to go. Obviously, the Rams would be a higher payout, so I'm rooting for the Rams. But I really do believe the Rams are going to win. I'm not just saying that. I don't see 99 letting them lose at home the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald versus the Bengals offensive line is the singular biggest mismatch in the entire game. We had talked earlier in this week about how we were going to wait until later on in the week to dive into individual matchups. And there's a ton of them across the board. But no bigger matchup is keeping Aaron Donald from breaking Joe Burrow in half, which is exactly what he can and will do if that doesn't happen. Aaron Donald is one of the few defensive linemen that can wreck a game himself. He can just ruin a whole game plan. And Joe Burrow is only as effective as he is alive and standing upright. Because if he's on his back, he can't help you at all. So I do not believe that Aaron Donald is going to possibly let them lose this game at home. 99 will win this game, and that's also why I threw something on him to win Super Bowl MVP at plus 1,500.
I mean, he's an outside shot because it wouldn't surprise me if he got 3-4 sacks.
I mean, think about what Von Miller did to Cam Newton in that Super Bowl. I can see Aaron Donald doing that and then some.
They gotta. Here's the key to the game for me when it comes to the Bengals is their ability to win on first down to prevent them from being in obvious passing downs. Like they need a lot of 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 2. I would come and first down for me, for my money, I want to see a lot of play action on first down. Like come out throwing the ball. You got to confuse them because you don't just got Aaron Donald, you got Von Miller down there too on that line. So you got to be smart about how you're.
He has to be good decisions with the ball because you're playing the best corner in the game on the other side as well.
Right.
Jalen Ramsey, whatever receiver he lines up over, I know he's been lobbying for the follow Jamar Chase assignment, but whatever side of the field he lines up on, you're probably not going to throw to that side of the field. Like they have so much talent on each side of the ball.
Yeah.
That, like you said earlier, the Rams should run away with this game. I'm predicting it. I'm looking at it maybe like a 31-20, 34-24 type of game. But the Rams should win this by 17 plus.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with you. It just should be a 31-13 type of game. But like I said, the Bengals just don't go away. They just don't. They're always in every game. They don't make those killer mistakes that kill you. The Rams do. So I worry about them making those big turnovers and those game killing turnovers, not the interceptions that you throw it down and you're in the other team's zone. They have to drive down the field. I'm talking about the ones on your side of the field. I'm talking about the fumbles on your side of the field, giving Burrow a short field. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. But yeah, the offensive line against the Rams defensive line pretty much is the entire story of this game. Because, Burrow was sacked 9 times against Tennessee against a defense line. So it's okay. It's above average, but it's not what the Rams got going on over there. So you definitely worry about that. I would think that they would have learned from that game, and they're going to do way more to try to protect match packages, keeping a running back in the backfield to chip.
I mean, all that sounds great. Like, don't get me wrong, that all sounds great. Can you do it?
Right. Well, they're going to have to get this line some help. Like, you're not going to ask this line.
If say you go max protect, you keep a tight end and a back end. So you got 7. What are you going to do? Send out 3 receivers? They will clamp, like Jalen Ramsey, like we said, eliminates one of them. So then essentially you're going 2 receivers against 4 to 5, 3 to 4 defensive backs.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I said, 99, Aaron Donald will wreck this game. Like that. That's the reason why I feel so confident in the way that I do, is that Aaron Donald is such a force. And the Bengals offensive line sucks so bad that like it's like looking at, it's like 2 + 2 = 4. Like you just look at this and Aaron Donald should, and he doesn't shrink in big games. Aaron Donald rises up in big games. So I have no reason to believe that, like you said, 3 or 4 sacks, and we might be being conservative by saying that.
I see a lot of quick throws. I think they're going to try to get Jamar Chase especially out in space and get him some quick throws because he's not Jalen Reagor. He can beat you on a wide receiver.
He can
on the bubble screen. I see a lot of slants. Another route that is for all 3 of the receivers. They run really, really well. I think Boyd becomes a huge factor in this. Where the tight end? Where is he after being hurt against Kansas City?
I read that he has been seen at practice doing some things on the side.
He's playing.
Oh, he is. They said he is
playing. Yeah, he said he's definitely playing. So,
I mean, listen, it's the Super Bowl. Everybody's available in this game if they can.
Right. T.O. played on a broken leg. Like, this is a Super Bowl. You don't know. Like, we think Burrow's going to be in the Super Bowl again. However, we don't know.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Look at Aaron Rodgers, a guy who, if you would have 2010 told me he would have been in a Super Bowl since, I would have never believed you. So you don't know. This game is so important. The idea it was I love Kurt Warner said. Kurt Warner was on First Take the other day. He was talking to Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith was trying to make the case how the Bengals are playing with house money and they have nothing to lose and there's no pressure on them. And Kurt Warner looked at him like, you're talking about a guy who's never played in the Super Bowl before. So that's absolutely not true. There's absolutely pressure on Cincinnati Bengals. This is a Super Bowl. You don't know when you're going to get back there. You have no idea. Like, this could be your one shot at an NFL championship. You're putting it all on the line to win this game. You can't be looking at it like, oh, I'll be back next year. I'll be back. Like, we see that.
Dan Marino.
Right. His rookie year and never get back again, which is insane. So, this is a big game for both these teams, regardless of their youth and age. I mean, I hate it's so cheesy to use the term team of destiny, but you look at the Bengals, how can you not think that about them? I mean, they just, again, refuse to die, refuse to lose. The
thing is, if you're talking team of destiny, you can also apply that same thing to the Rams. They're almost a team of destiny too. Look at it. They go, okay, push all the chips to the table right now. They're the home team, launching the brand new stadium. They get their Super Bowl, and they get to, because let's make no mistake, the Rams are the ones that pushed for this team to go to LA. The Chargers piggybacked.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the Chargers play there, but that's the Rams stadium. Make no mistake about that. So, Super Bowl at home, their stadium, launching the new stadium with the fans and everything. Team of destiny, Sean McVay, the wonder boy, the golden child of the coaching ranks. You have the much maligned quarterback. Like everything I've said about Stafford, I don't have to continue doing. I've reiterated that enough times. All the things about him, he comes in, he gets his chance. What do? They make it all the way to the Super Bowl. You can say team of destiny for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument. I don't disagree with anything.
What it comes to for this Super Bowl, and I don't know what this says about at least me as a person or collectively the American people as a society, there's no true villain in this game. Usually people have one side or the other they're rooting for just because there's a villain on the other side that they don't like. This game doesn't really have like
No, not at all.
who do the people hate? There's no hate. There's no Tom Brady,
Right.
Bill Belichick. There's none of that.
It'll be interesting because I believe the Rams will get out to an early lead. I think they'll be up 14-0, 10-0 immediately because what we've seen.
Bengals are definitely a second half team. There's no doubt about that.
Bengals are a second half team, and their defense usually starts slow and then figures out what you're doing and figures out a way to stop you or slow you down.
Mhm.
So I expect the Rams to come out and put some points up early. And again, we'll see if they can maintain it. I think they'll probably end up letting the Bengals back in the game because that's just what the Rams do.
Rams go to Rams.
I'm expecting this to be a game in the fourth quarter. I think it'll be within 3 to 6 points going into the fourth quarter, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see if the Rams can because here's the deal. What the Bengals can't do is they can't be down 10-14 going into the fourth quarter because then the game plan. They have to throw the ball. Defense line gets to pen their ears back and come after you, and that's not what you want. So they're going to need to be in striking distance so they can still keep the Rams defense honorable by being able to mix up their calls. Because we talk about the passing attack of the Bengals, but Joe Mixon plays for that team. Like he's a really good running back, and like
no, he is.
He could definitely be a difference maker.
But he's going to have to be. That's the thing.
Yes.
He's going to have to be a difference maker.
So, like I said, I think the quick throws for the Bengals keeps that line at bay. You need to be smart about not getting yourself into obvious passing downs, and you need to, like I said, I think first down for them. I come out throwing a lot just to keep that defense honest. Hopefully, get me to like a 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, and then now the playbook's open. I can do whatever I want. But you get those 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs in this team, you're gonna be in trouble. Because then you have to do those more deep developing routes, which the 7-step drops come in a tank, and you don't have a line for a 7-step drop. You just don't. You need to do those 3-step drops, bing, 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 bang, bing, 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 bang. Maybe a 5-step drop if you're lucky, but 7, you ain't got 7-step drop line.
Oh, you do not have 7.
So I'm excited about the game because I think Devin said this. It's different. It's 2 teams we haven't seen in this position. It's players we haven't seen in this position. That makes it fun. That's gonna be fun. So I'm expecting a good Super Bowl. I don't think this is gonna be like last year, where this game will be a complete blowout and over, in the second quarter. I expect, this team to. I expect these teams to be close. I expect it to come down to the last 5 minutes. Hopefully, I love a good championship game-winning drive. So hopefully we get that from either side. We get to watch someone go out there and try to be great.
It's going to be a good game. There's no doubt about that.
You doing any prop bets that's for Sunday?
What's that?
You doing any prop bets for Sunday?
Oh,
I don't be propping. Super Bowl is the day I prop.
Oh yeah, no. I'm going hardcore props. I already, like I said, I have a Bengals money line just to offset my futures bet.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a ticket on, like I said, Aaron Donald to win Super Bowl MVP. It was 15-1. How could I not take that?
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I'm going to be tearing up the props. I'm going to wait until Sunday morning to dive into that. I know there's some lines that have moved between now and then. Yeah. I don't care about that at all.
No,
it doesn't matter to me. I want to be able to get all of that in on Sunday. That's going to be my sole focus.
I hope this is the return of the commercials too. I think the past couple of years, commercials have not been great. They haven't been great.
I think the whole Super Bowl commercial thing's a little overrated anyway.
Like, period?
Yes.
Like, you mean like the quality of the commercials?
Yes. I never understood I never understood the allure of, oh, we're watching the Super Bowl. I can't wait to see some of the commercials. I don't.
Well, because you get the best ads because it's everyone's watching. So you get the best, like listen, the Bud Bowl, absolute classic. I Love You Man from I think that was Bud Light too. Bud Light usually wins a day. Budweiser, Clydesdales. We've had some Doritos. We've had some classic commercials. You don't get these commercials like that any other time of year. Commercials for the rest of the year is just kind of who cares. But Super Bowl, they're especially that first. Usually, the best commercials are first quarter, and that first quarter, that first commercial break after national anthem when it starts, and in that first quarter you get the best commercials. But we've had some absolute classic commercials in the past 30 years.
Overrated.
You're not Cat.
Overrated.
It's not overrated at all.
It is.
It's been bad the past. It hasn't been great the past couple of years, but it's not overrated. They're great. They're great commercials.
Overrated.
What are you doing on commercial time? What are you going to get snacks? Going to the bathroom?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, to each his own, I guess.
Yeah, maybe making some live in-game bets depending on how the situation.
Oh, by the way, did you see? Ruth has a show coming out today on Netflix, a limited series. What was it called? It's some I can't remember the name of it, but it's a limited series on Netflix.
It's not like a Ruth's thing.
No, it's not Ruth.
She's just in.
She's playing a different character.
Wow.
I'm interested to see like what she would be like playing someone else.
Like I said, I've seen her in Waco before, so
yeah, the screensaver that Netflix puts up, like when you haven't watched in a while and it scrolls like what's coming up.
yeah, with different things. Yeah.
It comes on the screen. I was like, I know her, but I can't figure out who it is because she had the longer hair. I was like, why does she look familiar? And I'm like, oh my god, that's Ruth from Ozarks. But I'm excited to see what that's about.
Yeah, Netflix has this wild show coming out real soon. I can't remember what it's going to be, an animated show, but I saw that and I was like, the only way that I can ever watch that is if I partake beforehand.
Did you see Futurama's coming back?
I did. I'm hyped for that.
On Hulu, I believe.
I did.
Yeah, they're bringing that back for a 20-episode run.
They are. Yes, they are. I'm excited for that. They're also April 18th. Better Call Saul season 6.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I may need to watch season 5 again because
honestly I'm thinking about going back and just starting to binge the whole thing because I got a good 5. No, more than that. I got a good 8 to 10 weeks till it comes back.
Yeah,
I might go back and binge the whole series again.
I hope we get some young Jesse, which I think we should because that makes sense because
of that timeline. It's got to be getting close.
And Jesse knew Saul before. Jesse's the one that introduced Saul to Walt.
Yes, Jesse
already had done stuff with him before. So young fun Jesse would be a good return. I want happy Jesse. Season 1 of Breaking Bad Jesse, just a complete knucklehead. That guy should return.
The guy who melts the dude through his bathtub.
Yeah. I don't know if you could do because Walt might be a little forced.
Yeah, I don't think that because we know when they met.
Right. You might get, but you know what? You might get some scenes with them and
some back scenes or something.
And witness protection. Because they were in witness protection for a couple days or weeks before Walt gets moved. So you might get some of those scenes that could work after everything goes awry. Maybe that's what you do. But yeah, I'm interested to see that. This is the last season, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm interested to see how this wraps up and how they do that. The time it's been a really good series. I'm not in love with the timetable at all. It's been too much wait in between seasons. This has been a lot. Yeah,
a lot of that though is forced by the actor who plays Saul.
Right. He did a movie.
Yeah, he said he's like, I'll do season 6, but he's like, you gotta wait.
Yeah.
And then after that, he had a heart attack.
Oh.
So they pushed it back had to push it back even further.
That's scary.
He had a heart attack on set. That's why they had to delay.
Oh. That's awful.
Yeah. So that's another reason why it was delayed so long.
Yeah. I mean, still don't like it. I mean, that's terrible. But
yeah.
I'm not the first. I'm not even talking between 5 and 6. Every season has been like this, where it's been elongated.
It hasn't been.
Bad.
4 to 5 was long.
Yeah.
The first 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 was fine. 4 to 5 was long.
Yeah.
And 5 to 6 is.
It's been what? 3 years? 2 years?
At least 2.
19, maybe.
I think so. Yeah. At least.
It wasn't 2020. I know that. I think it was 19.
I think you might be right.
But yeah, it's just. But I'm excited to get on the road and see how they're going to wrap this up. The Gus. Well, do we see the perspective of Saul when Gus dies? Are they going to do that? Does that make sense? Because here's the thing.
Well, I
they
can't remember who
we
the hell
know they're going to end the show with after Breaking Bad.
they have to.
But we've already seen that because he's working at the Cinnabon in
Yeah.
Winter Section. You know, the kids recognize him. So we know this will be post Breaking Bad. So I guess you have to go through Gus's death, right?
Oh, you got for a second. I don't remember who Gus was.
So I guess you do have Walt stuff in here. How are they? Yeah, now it's like I don't know. Like, how many episodes is this gonna be? A 13 episode run?
It's going to be a regular season.
So how many episodes is that? Are we doing 20 plus?
Let me see.
Because I just don't like. There's just so much to unpack now. Because like he just became Saul Goodman last season, like the last couple episodes. So
so it's going to be split into 2 seasons.
Okay,
or
2 halves.
2 halves.
Mm-hmm.
The first one will be premiered April 18th.
And how many episodes do they say? How many episodes that will be?
7 and 6, so 13.
13 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't.
Part 2 will be rolling out on July 11th.
So they're going back to back. That's good.
Basically. I think there's 2 weeks between it.
But how do you? I don't know how you're going to wrap this. Like, how are they going to do that? I mean, because you got. I mean, I will say this: there will be no filler episodes this season.
No.
This will be all explode. Because if you're trying to get from him just becoming Saul Goodman to becoming a lawyer to the biggest drug dealer of our time, you know, you got to really be moving. So there's going to be no fillers at all. All just bang, 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 which is nice. I mean, that's kind of how Breaking Bad was. Breaking Bad season 5 last season had no fillers at all. It was all just heart-stopping episodes.
Oh wow. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that one's an animated series, so I'm definitely out on that one. So they're doing 3 mini-series spin-offs, where each series is only going to have 6 episodes.
Okay.
One of them's called Slippin' Jimmy.
So it's going to just cover him as a scam artist?
The other one's going to be called Cooper's Bar, starring Kim. It's going to be like following Kim for 6.
I don't need a Kim spinoff.
And then Better Call Saul employee training video series. Each one's going to be 6 episodes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is all Vince Gilligan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about. I mean,
It's all going to be AMC. It's going to be all the same stuff.
I don't need any of that.
But the thing is, the Slippin' Jimmy one's going to be animated. So I'm definitely out on that one.
Yeah, what? I don't know about that either. And the other, I don't need Kim to me was not a very interesting character.
I
don't hate her, but do I need it? Do I need a spinoff?
don't hate her like I hate Skylar.
Well, no. That's not what I meant. Like, I just feel like she wasn't a character.
You know, she doesn't deserve a spinoff. Like Saul needed a spinoff.
Like, here, you know who I need a spinoff of? Gus.
Yes.
Give me a Gus spinoff.
Give me a Gus spinoff.
If you give me Gus building his empire, I'm in.
Oh, I'm in.
How did he get to Los Locos? How did that happen?
I want
involved in his business.
I want to go to the chicken.
Don't they have those for real?
I know I know there's one in Vegas, but I heard it's like $25 for a bucket of chicken.
I'll do it for just to keep the bucket. But it's not. Is it fried chicken though? Or is it rotisserie chicken?
I think it's fried chicken, isn't it?
Okay. I can't remember. I don't know because like it looked like when everyone was eating.
Dos Pollos Hermanos, right?
What's that?
Dos Pollos Hermanos.
Yes.
That's what it's called, right?
Los Locos. I don't even know what that is.
That's a real place. That's a real. That's a real chain.
Yeah.
Dos Pollos Hermanos is the one from the movie. But like I said, I know they have a location in Vegas.
Yeah, I definitely buy a $25 bucket of chicken. Just have the bucket.
Yeah,
that bucket's not going anywhere.
No.
I went to Chicago and came back with the pizza box from Giordano's.
All right then.
Box.
All right, fair enough. I much prefer New York pizza over Chicago pizza, but that's fine.
Yes. Yeah, but I love Chicago pizza.
I'm not the biggest fan of the thick crust. Give me the thin crust.
I love it as a change of pace. If I probably lived there and had to eat it all the time, I probably wouldn't be into it. But like I love it as a nice change of pace. But yeah, nothing beats a Brooklyn big sloppy slice of cheese pizza.
Fact.
Nothing's gonna ever beat that.
No.
New York pizza is undefeated. But well, apparently, according to the Jersey now has taken it over. But
yes. Oh, and don't Connecticut apparently as well. Or
oh,
no. Yes, Connecticut.
all right, yeah, all right.
So
Well, I think it's time to start the weekend. What about you?
we still got to do our defensive player debate. I didn't come up with this big ass list for no reason.
Right. Do you want me to do my list first?
So let me lay the groundwork first, then we can get into that. So the reason that we're doing this, I asked Marcus to come up with his list of the top 5 most dominant defensive players in NFL history since the year 2000. And the reason behind that is because I'm going to make the case that at worst, Aaron Donald is the number 5th player on that list. Now, I don't know if you agree with me or disagree with me with that statement, but this little exercise real quick before we get out of here is going to make my case for me. And also that I believe that potentially the 6th player on this list could one day be Micah Parsons.
Okay.
So do you want to go first? You want me to? Or you want to go back and forth?
Let me go through my list, and then you go through yours.
Okay.
You have Aaron Donald on there.
I
Right.
do. And my list is in no particular order. We'll put it in order after we know all the names. But
I don't have an order either.
Okay, go for it.
So I go Ed Reed, Ray Lewis,
Yep.
Troy Polamalu,
Okay.
Darrelle Revis,
Okay.
Khalil Mack.
Okay.
Honorable mention, J.J. Watt. Thought about T.J. Watt, but I think for the body of work, like T.J. Watt may replace J.J. one day as a better player, but right now I would have put J.J. over T.J.
So your list is pretty similar to mine, but we have a couple differences.
Okay.
Ed Reed, Darrelle Revis, and Ray Lewis, we all agree on. Okay. I do have J.J. Watt in there as not as an honorable mention. I have him in there, and then I have Aaron Donald. So for the 3 that we agree on, I'm not going to even bother breaking all that down because we're in agreement on that. And I wasn't sure if you were going to take Darrelle Revis, so I'm really happy that you did.
Revis Island was a problem.
It was for an extended period of time.
It was a problem.
So Aaron, J.J. Watt, I know you have him on as honorable mention. I think what was it? Between that and Troy Polamalu was essentially what your pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you could be swayed J.J. Watt over Troy Polamalu under the right circumstances. Would you agree that's fair?
Yeah. That was like, honestly, with those guys, like my staples were Revis, Lewis, and Reed. The other 2, negotiable.
Okay. So I could persuade you J.J. Watt over Troy Polamalu.
Yes.
So then your other one was Khalil Mack.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick, but I'm going to say that you got to put Aaron Donald over Khalil Mack. Okay. And to be honest with you, I didn't even think Khalil Mack to be on this list. So they are the same age. Did they come out in the same draft? They came out in the same draft, actually. So Khalil Mack, 1 Defensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald, 3 Defensive Players of the Year. Because they came out in the same draft, obviously there can only be 1 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Aaron Donald got that. Aaron Donald, 7-time first-team All-Pro. Khalil Mack, 3 times first-team All-Pro, and 1-time second-team All-Pro. He is a 8-time Pro Bowler every single season. Aaron Donald, he's been in the NFL. Khalil Mack is 6 times. Now, here's the difference, though, is that the NFL has given Khalil Mack a spot on the 2010s All-Decade team, where Aaron Donald is listed as a backup on that team. Which one has more health? Or which one is usually, like, remember, your best ability is your availability. Who is more durable?
Donald.
When push comes to shove, and even the other team is scheming against you, who do you trust more?
Donald. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would.
And I would say,
But here's the deal: if I guess Khalil Mack would be the guy, because it's interesting that it's Khalil Mack since they are the
same draft class. Yes,
It would-
that's a good comparison to do.
Because I thought about Brian Urlacher.
No, I'm talking truly dominating defensive players.
Yeah, Urlacher in his time was a dominant defensive player.
But he wasn't.
I thought about guys like that. I thought about Brian Dawkins. He was a person I thought about too. But you got Richard Sherman.
Thought about him. Thought about Richard
Wagner, Earl Thomas. But I think just when you're saying, I was thinking about the LT criteria.
Yes,
Not as good as him because no one's LT, but that criteria, like a game wrecking.
yes.
guy.
Aaron Donald is that guy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I think but I think the three staples of Reed, Lewis, and now I forgot my third one. Reed,
Revis,
Lewis, and Reed.
Revis.
Yeah, Reed, Lewis, and Revis. Those are my staple guys. I think those guys were just like, again, game-changing type of guys. I look at like this when we come up with this list. I was thinking of players like LT, Deion Sanders, like absolute game changers.
That's exactly the same
White,
I was using.
Reggie White's another one. Just game changers.
Yes. Now, in his career, he has never had below 8 sacks in a season. And he's had double-digit sacks 6 of the last 8 years, including the last 5 years running. And in the last 4 years, he hasn't had under 12.5 in a season.
Wow. And he, like Aaron Donald, what makes him so special, he doesn't look like a defensive lineman.
No. And
he's a defensive tackle.
He never misses games. This year he played 17. Last year 16, 19. 2019 he played 16. 2018 he played 16. 2017 he played 14. 2016 he's the only year where he didn't play 16 games was 17. He played 14.
Yeah.
He's always there. So it's just, and that goes back to why I don't foresee him letting them lose. Not in his house.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he obviously this goes outside. He wants it. You know he's gonna be motivated to get this done. And it's gonna be a tough challenge. Again, like I said, it's not about him. It's about the team. It's about Matt Stafford. It's about Cam Akers. It's about being able to not make those. If the Rams don't make those big mistakes, they should win this game going away. But I can't sit here and say they won't do that. That's what they do.
Yeah, and what you just said about Aaron Donald's not looking like a typical defensive lineman. Like he's 6'1", like 280.
Yeah, he's jacked too. He's like
yes, complete machine.
Yeah, he's and you don't see defensive tackles. Defensive tackles look more like, and this is no offense to Fletcher Cox, look more like Fletcher Cox. Like Fletcher Cox is a big man. He's not fat by any means, but he's a bigger dude. Like Aaron Donald is like ripped.
Yes.
You don't usually see defensive tackles looking like that.
No, not at all. And he have you seen the video of him, how he trains with like the knife fighters in the offseason?
What?
So obviously he's good, he's quick with his hands and all that.
Right.
Well, he trains with, he has people hold these like giant daggers and like make moves at him, and he has to like keep the daggers away from him. They showed a whole thing on ESPN one time about it, where like they're coming at him at full speed, and he's just pushing their like. So he views the where he puts his hands on an offensive lineman as getting positioning in a knife fight, and like that's how he's so dominant with his hands at the line of scrimmage, because he trains with people trying to stab him.
That's outrageous. I know. I love the story. I saw the story about the gym in his parents' house.
Yes, in the basement, I think.
Yeah, that was a cool story. I'm sure we'll get that again. Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, I'm sure.
Maybe I'll probably get the knife fight too. Super Bowl Sunday, I'm sure too.
That's like that's a thing. Like that's not just like a one like the knife fighting thing. Like that's a regular thing he does. Like if you go to YouTube and you punch that into YouTube, like that'll show up.
Yeah, I mean we'll probably get some of that Super Bowl Sunday. They always have those wild stories. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Always a good day. What you got food wise? What you got going on?
Ooh, so she actually has to be on call this weekend. But that doesn't mean that we can't be around. So there's a couple different invites out to various parties and whatnot. So I got to figure out exactly where we're going to go. But wherever we go, we will be providing buffalo chicken dip to that event.
Love it.
That's what we have on our schedule to make.
Love it.
But I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to end up yet. But I can tell you I will be having to watch the halftime show alone because I don't want to be responsible for what I might do during that halftime show.
Yeah, seriously.
Like you're gonna have to tell the kids, like, hey, you guys got to go upstairs for the next 25 to 35 minutes.
You don't want to see Dad crip walking.
No,
throwing up gang signs.
I have a feeling it's going to be very similar to you at the tailgate.
Yes. Oh yeah.
When they drop Snoop Dogg on.
Yeah. I'm looking at maybe some hot roast beef.
Ooh, you said you're gonna have the crock pot going, right?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. This is a crock pot day. Dudes, I want to do some nacho boats.
Okay.
Frito scoops. Okay. And fill them up with your nacho ingredients in the scoop.
Okay, that sounds very labor intensive.
It is, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And if you don't feel like doing that, you literally can just take everything and just dribble on top of it. But the Frito scoops is a great dip chip. Underrated dip chip, the Frito scoops.
Okay.
Because you get that huge circumference in the middle of just dipping power right there.
Okay. The Frito scoops. Okay.
Frito scoops because it's like
I'm not the biggest Fritos fan, but I'll take your word for it.
It's deep in there. You can just get in there.
I might try to
it's hearty.
I might see if I can get her to make some jalapeno poppers too.
You're a poppers man?
I mean, if they're available, I will. Like, I'm not necessarily going to willingly always to do it myself to make them.
The poppers is a low tier of the appetizer.
No, you're just having bad.
Not top tier.
Well, I wouldn't say they're top tier, but they're definitely not low tier.
It's low tier.
If anything, they're mid range.
I go okay. The bar appetizers: mozzarella sticks,
Fact,
chicken fingers,
fact,
onion rings.
Oh, onion rings are way up there.
Got to go fries in there. Wings.
We already said wings.
No, I didn't. I said
wings.
I said chicken strips.
No, you said chicken wings.
I didn't say wings.
You said chicken wings.
No, I said fingers.
No, I can play back the audio.
Mozzarella sticks.
Yes.
Chicken strips.
Okay.
Onion rings. Fries. Wings.
Okay.
Poppers does not crack top 5. It's not in there.
Just because it's not top 5 doesn't mean
it's tier.
Tier. A tier can have more than 5.
No, because
where do you feel about like the big pretzel with the beer cheese dip?
That's a luxury item. I don't think you could put that in as that's because everyone doesn't have that. It's delicious. It's definitely a great item if you could, because whenever I'm at a place that has that, I'm ordering that.
What about fried mac and cheese balls?
I can't put that on the list because it's not everywhere. The things I named you, my top 5 dead or alive,
and if
everyone has that.
If anything, poppers should fall into the luxury category and not the low tier, just because everyone doesn't have it.
Poppers on every menu. You always see poppers.
No, they're not on every menu.
Poppers.
They're not on it. They're if anything, they're
not. You go to a dive bar, they're gonna have some poppers. That tells you all you need to know.
No,
Go to a Big Heads, they got poppers.
If you go to Big Heads, I have other questions for you.
Well, that's where you're going to see poppers.
They're not going to have poppers there.
They got poppers. I'm going to pull the menu right now. I'll pull the menu right now. I guarantee you got poppers. Let's do it. I'll go Big Heads, Warminster. Big Heads.
Out on my 22nd birthday.
In Warminster?
Yeah.
We used to actually Big Heads Saturday night was the move. for a little bit of my youth.
When did they have the beer pong tournaments? Is that Friday nights?
Oh, you're talking about the big heads on County Line.
Oh yeah, why is that not the same one?
That's not the same one. They have it's Big Heads Willow Grove,
Yes.
Big Heads Warminster, which is on Street Road, and then the beer pong. I've been there for that. That's Big Heads County Line Road.
Well, they used to have the beer.
Technically, still be Warminster.
Well, didn't they have the beer pong? Also, they also had the beer pong at the Willow Grove one. I've played there before.
Big Heads where?
Willow Grove. They had beer pong there before.
All right, I got the menu.
Okay.
Chicken fingers and fries.
Okay.
Blackened chicken fingers. Wings. Oh, I don't see it.
Sorry, they don't have pie.
I hope this is the whole menu. That can't be all their appetizers. Get out of here. No, I don't believe that as the whole menu. They only had 3 appetizers on there. That's not it.
That sounds like Big Heads.
No, they got more than that. All right. Well, okay. I got the website up.
Okay.
Got the website up now.
Okay. Let's see what we're working with.
All right. Weekly drink specials, all day, everyday specials.
Now, for you, is a quesadilla an appetizer or a meal?
Oh, it's that's a good question. It's interchangeable. It can't. I mean, if I'm going to eat something light, like when I'm out somewhere, I need something just to munch on. I go quesadilla. But quesadillas can be a meal.
I think
Amber eats meals.
Like, would it be dependent upon how many ingredients are inside of it? Would classify it?
Yeah, just cheese, I think, is an appetizer. You go meat, that's when it becomes a meal. This is frustrating. I can't find the actual menu. Because that can't be the entire menu.
Let me pull it up here. Let me see. Big Head.
I'm doing this on my phone.
I'm pulling it up right here. All right. There's a Big Heads in Richboro too.
Yes, there is. There is.
All right. I don't think I've ever been to that one.
If you're from this area, you've had a drunken night at Big Heads.
Oh yeah.
You've had some Big Heads nights.
All right, here we go.
Okay, you got the menu up?
And it's loading right now.
Okay. I'm excited. Any place that has those baskets with the paper in there, they have jalapeno poppers.
I'm telling you.
Big Head's the place with the basket and the paper.
All right. So they got oh yeah, this is only giving me the same thing as it's giving you.
It's the only in the world that could be their whole menu. We need to call them. What time is it?
It's 11:07.
Oh, yeah.
They don't open for another hour.
All right, we're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna get back to you on Monday about this. I'm gonna call them this weekend and find out if they have jalapeno.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
I do it for the people.
There's got to be. There's got to be more to it than just that. Like you don't have that as
yeah.
And where do you? Since we're talking about appetizers, where do you fall into the tots versus fries category?
As far as which one I like better?
Well, like, I mean, yeah, I guess we'll go. Yeah, which one is better in your opinion? Or I guess so. You're at the bar, loaded tots or loaded fries. Which one are you picking? I guess I should say. Let's give you that scenario.
Loaded fries.
Loaded fries.
If I'm at home, I like a good homemade tot.
Now, what style fry are you picking though?
My favorite style of fry is a steak fry.
Ooh,
love a steak fry. Steak fries are elite.
They are.
Street fries are fine. They're good too, but a nice steak fry, oh, great.
See, the thing is, if you're going to, in my opinion, if you're going to get a loaded fry, you need a waffle fry. You need something like a basket to catch it with.
Now, are you that guy that like the basket of fries come out, you take the ketchup bottle and drizzle it all over top of the fries?
Ketchup is for children.
I agree. I've said this for years.
Now, I will get a little cup and dip some ketchup in on the side. I'll dip a fry into it. But I don't
respectful to people who do that.
I don't really like anything. Like one time, so I was in San Diego one time. I think I've told this story before. I was at now I like sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love sour cream.
I like sour cream too.
I hate guacamole.
Why is that?
Because it's gross.
Okay.
It's gross.
All right.
There's very few foods that I truly hate.
And guacamole.
Guacamole's on that list.
All right.
As is coconut.
Yeah, I'm out on coconut. We know my
yeah.
My history of coconut is well documented.
Yes. So I'm in San Diego one time and I go now if something's not on the menu listed in that dish, I'm going to assume that ingredient is not involved in this dish. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
So I order a plate of nachos. comes out, zigzag, crisscrossed every which way, drizzled of guacamole and sour cream. I look on the menu, no mention of either.
So what'd you do?
I ate around it because I was so hungry. See, but here's the thing: is the sour cream I could have dealt with because I like sour cream. I don't love sour cream. That's why if I get nachos, I prefer all of my toppings on the side, all of them. So you can put the meat on top. You want to pick the chicken on top or whatever, the beef. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
but I want all of my pico de gallo, the lettuce, all that's on the side.
Lettuce on the side?
I mean, if you want, all right, even want to throw the lettuce on top, that's fine. Lettuce doesn't really screw anything up. But give me all of my. What's that?
Yeah, what would you do? Dip your chip in the lettuce? That sounds.
No, I would just on my plate recreate my own nacho stack with my own level of condiments that I would want.
Okay,
that's why I would say just bring me everything on the side, and within my own plate, I will then portion out a section of the nachos, create said mini nacho plate, and then rinse and repeat when it comes time for me to eat more.
I actually ended seeing a girl over a table issue. It was fourth date. Things were going great. Like she was the coolest girl, awesome, having a great time every date. We were out, we were drinking, and she's like, "I'm a little hungry. You want to get something?" I was like, "Well, if we get something, I'll obviously munch." And she's like, "I'm just gonna get a large fry." So, all right, awesome. She gets the fries out,
ketchup,
takes the ketchup bottle, didn't ask, just starts going crazy. I'm like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm putting ketchup on the fries." I'm like, "So you thought you need to put it on the entire fries?" I don't want ketchup. I'm not 8. She was not happy with that answer.
So I would have done the same thing.
I was so mad. You can't just, if you're sharing with somebody, you can't just put it on, the only thing you're allowed to do that with, if you take, I like salt on my fries. I really usually eat salt and pepper on my fries. That's it. I don't dip them. But if you want to put some salt on there, some pepper on there, okay. I won't even do the pepper a lot because some people don't like a lot of pepper. But salt, everyone loves salt.
Everybody, yeah, you gotta have salt. If you don't eat your fries with salt, I don't want to talk to you.
It's weird. Yeah, I know. I agree. So everyone has salt on there. So I'll do that. But you can't take ketchup or any kind of other sauce and start just putting it on all the fries. You're marking your territory.
With the exception of if you order cheese fries, you can put cheese on top.
Well, did it already come on top, or no? You got to keep it on the side.
No, if you order cheese fries and the cheese comes on top, not
right?
Order fries,
it's already there.
Cheese fries and it comes out on top.
You know what some psychos do? The cheese fries come out and they put the ketchup on top.
Yeah, I know. The names of the innocent will be protected, and I will not repeat them on the show. But I know multiple people that do that.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
You're making a mess at that point.
You
already got your on there. Move on.
They need to be brought up on capital charges for that.
Yeah, it's disgusting, and I can't hang out with you. I can't watch it. I can't look at you eating that.
No, but what do you dip your onion rings in then?
I love it when they have a nice onion ring sauce.
Yeah,
onion rings have a very specific.
You know what that sauce is?
What's that sauce called? I think Outback Steakhouse has it. Whatever sauce they use, and then some places have that. Amber actually makes her own, which is really good. I forget what she makes out of. I think she does. I think it's ketchup, mayo, and barbecue sauce. She makes a sauce.
Horseradish.
What's that?
It's made with horseradish, mayo, ketchup, and paprika.
Yeah, something like that. But I think you need your own sauce for onion rings. Because onion rings doesn't fit in the category. I'm not dipping it in ranch. I'm not dipping it in in anything like that. That doesn't make sense.
Can I give you an underrated thing that you should dip it in?
What's that?
Honey mustard.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, you were about to eat whatever that gross stuff Lizzo was doing the other day. Okay?
Yeah, we're still doing the Oreo mustard. It's happening.
Okay, so if you're gonna dip an Oreo in mustard, you can at least dip an onion ring in honey.
That is probably not even bad.
What
the salty and the sweet? I bet it's probably not bad.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah. All right. On that note, let's get our weekend started.
I'm 6 degrees outside. Let's go enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm about
to at Justin Emery Show on the Bluebird app. I'm about to take Swoop out for a walk. Let's go.
Brad Emery Pod everywhere. BradEmeryShow.com for the merch. 10% off the code Bremy. Beat your gala at Langhorne.
Use promo code Bremy10 for 10% off your first in-app order at District Taco.
And until next time, you can be with us, you can be against us, but never going to stop us. Late. We got Harden.
Oh, we got Harden. And thank God that the crybaby's out of here.
Yeah.
I'm so done with that dude.
Bye-bye, Ben.